Alright, well, here we are. Today, I kind of thought about this since it is one of many anniversaries that I do want to cover today, and that is Blumhouse Productions, aka the masters of horror in the 21st century. The ones that made the thrillers and the horrors and the revivals of certain horrors. So without further ado, I want to talk about the top 5 thriller films that I think is the greatest from the list. Number 5, I would say, would be I'd say The Black Phone. It is an actual good film, and it pretty much depicts a lot of serial killer real life moments throughout the film, and it's just intelligent with what the director did with the whole communication on the telephone with deceased people, and so it's just very interesting with how it goes. Number 4, I would say, would probably be, yeah, be Megan. Megan was a film that pretty much told a lot about, like, the whole thing with artificial intelligence, and how it was pretty much, there's a lot of good things about it, there's a lot of bad things about it, it's just a lot of different things with the whole artificial intelligence thing. I think it's really great. Alright, third one. I gotta give it to Happy Death Day. Happy Death Day is one of those movies that is just, on the spot, it is brilliant. I think what the director Scott Landon did was incredible, with the fact that he referred to it as Groundhog Day as a sort of, like, Death Day. The cycle of events repeat all over again. I think that's very interesting as a concept when it comes to a horror film. I think it's a fun concept to have for a slasher film. Next up, I want to mention The Purge. The Purge tells a lot about the socio-economic structures within our lives and how this is like an alternate America in which purges happen every midnight and everyone goes berserk in chaos. It kind of tells you, like, that version of America is so different, very dystopian based, and I kind of like that vibe. I love what James DeMonico did with the universe, with our universe specifically, and I think it's just one of the greatest films from Blumhouse, or James DeMonico. Besides the sequels, of course, the sequels that he did, but come on, Purge is a good movie. Purge is a good movie. And then finally, last but not least, Jordan Peele's Get Out. I briefly wanted to do this because of the fact that it is such a good movie. Sure, yes, there's a lot of good Blumhouse films. Black Phone, Megan, Happy Death Day. But that's just scratching the surface. Get Out is like, it's very psychological. It's very social commentary. It tells two distinct races and how it's interpreted with, blacks and whites. And yeah, it's a very interesting concept with what it does. And I really like that. It's a really good movie, I will admit. And while yes, it's not as frightening or just as terrifyingly good as any of the others, I truly do believe that this is an actual, genuine, good film. If you're looking for something that's more makes you think with the subtle details and the subtleness of everything. And so, yeah, that's my top 5 Blumhouse films I suggest you watch. This wasn't really the easiest video because of how, it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 films. It could have been 10. But I was just like, nah, this is my personal choices. Those are my personal choices. And so, yeah, I just think that all 5 of these films are great, and I highly suggest you watch them if, you have the time, if you want something spooky and scary. If you just want a good thriller film, then just watch any 5. Any of the 5. So yeah, that's pretty much about it for this video. It's pretty short. I know these past few videos have been pretty short. It's just my perspective on things. But I'm just glad that, I'm able to help anyone out if they actually, do celebrate Halloween and they don't want to do anything else besides watch a bunch of scary movies. So yeah. Alright. Well, till next time. Later, and happy Halloween, everyone.